everyone, it's Dustin with TechMD. Today we got a camera here, as you can see, has no display here. But we do have front camera. When we go to 0.5, which it's totally not doing right now, that one works. Let me close that out, do it again. Now your 0.5 is not even showing up. That's funny. So sometimes your rear camera can be working, one of them or two of them. Sometimes the flashlight doesn't work at all. So this one doesn't work because the camera is not working. Other times, if your front camera is damaged, then your rear camera is not going to work. So just be aware of that. But if your front camera is still working and your rear camera is not, then most likely it's just one of the cameras. They're super delicate and they get broken and then they just stop functioning. So all we have to do is go ahead and open it up and replace it with a new camera. It's a pretty fast repair. You do need a little bit of heat. So on this iPhone 11 camera, so you just need a little bit of heat. I do turn up the temperature on mine up to around 200 for this particular phone. You don't want to burn the screen, and you just want to get it hot to the touch, so that way we can do some glass separation with no problems. So we're just going to wait for that to warm up, and then we'll start again. Some of the tools that you're going to need is the iseasmo tool and the pendulum tool to remove the 2 bomb screws I just did. A 00 screwdriver, which I like the grip tools from Injured Gadgets, and also a tri-wing screwdriver to get into the tiny little screws. And then also we could use like a plastic spledger or a triangle, something like that. Along those lines for plastic, I like to use this really flush one. Really helps. So you just have to warm it up lightly. It's almost up to 170. It's almost warm enough. If you are really worried about cracking the screen or you already have a little bit of crack, get a little bit more heat on that, so that way you don't have to worry about it. You can get this camera in the link in the description. By ordering parts, you will help TechMD out and support our channel. You're always going to find a better rate and Apple Original. See how that's marked? It's actually an Apple part there that's just covered. So you can find those at Injured Gadgets or Amazon. Just link in the description, guys. Make sure you click on that. Okay, so it feels pretty warm, a little hot to the touch. Just going to enter in, and then I just open it up like that right there. I'm going to slide my iseasmo tool all the way down. Lift up a little bit. Slide it down here, lift up, and pops right up for us. Lift up, slide, and lift. Okay. Now that we got that, we're going to have to remove all of this. So let's start off with battery first. So I just like to bend the cables over a little bit to get out of our way. I try to organize this so these screws fit back on exactly where I found them. I'm going to just lift this battery connector and loosen that up. Next is this big bracket here. This is where our screen resides, and we're going to just move the screen out of our way. You can use one of the little screen holders to plug into the phone, but it's so easy to re-plug this in, so there's really no point in doing that. Slide that out of the way. We go ahead and put our tool underneath. Lift up, and then with that cable, we'll just lift up and pops right out. Okay, set that aside, and we're going to have to take these 2 cables and loosen them up. These are our rear camera. These are 2 Phillips screws. Just loosen this up. I'm going to remagnetize my screwdriver because it is all becoming unmagnetized. Let's move our screws out of the way. Let's go ahead and lift up this bracket out of the way. Take our iseasmo tool and then pop out the rear camera. And if you're really clever, you can fix the camera. Good luck with that. I've seen a video on Rewa of doing that. Just amazing. So I'm putting the Apple original part back in there. Go ahead and clip our cables back on. Okay, it's all plugged in. Next is our screen. Plug this in first. And you want to slide it in the hole the best you can right here. And then we're going to connect these 2 cables here first. We're going to go ahead and slide our bracket in. And then we're going to put our screws on. Careful not to put too much tension on these cables or you can rip them and then you have to be replacing screens or even worse, the ear speaker. If you rip this cable, you'll lose Face ID, so just be super careful, guys, when working on this. If your glue looks fine, you don't need to re-glue it, but if it doesn't, then you can always put some T7000 or one of the pre-cut adhesives for this phone. Okay, and just push it forward a little bit and then clip down, and all around it goes close real fast like. And we're going to put our pendulum screws in. And then the final part is testing. We're going to go to the camera. We got camera number 1, looks pretty clear. And then we're going to go to ultra wide, looks good. Then we're going to show our front face, looks good. And then finally, our flashlight. That's it, guys. Pretty simple. If you guys have any questions, ask in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. More videos coming like this in the future. Thanks, guys. Bye.